Today I'm going to be showing you guys how you can add crazy energy to your music videos in just a couple simple steps. Now before we hop into this video, I have to let you guys know about my brand new plugin coming out for Premiere Pro called Fast Effects. It allows you to instantly add hits, shakes, wipes, CRT transitions, thermal transitions, and a ton more effects inside of your timeline instantly in just a few clicks. Everything inside of this is fully customizable. I highly recommend going to the description below and joining the waitlist for the plugin, where you guys will have early access to the plugin, exclusive discounts, the ability to possibly beta test, and you'll be entered into a free giveaway to get the plugin for free possibly. The waitlist is down below. I highly recommend you guys go join it. There's a bunch of benefits, but let's hop right back into the video. So inside of Premiere Pro here, we have this Molly Santana music video, which is one of my favorite music videos that's come out in a while. To get started, what we're going to do is we're going to right click, go over to scene edit detection, and we're going to apply a cut for each detected point. We're also going to create a bin of subclips. So obviously you're not going to do this on your own music video, but if you're practicing on somebody else's footage, I highly recommend you do this to cut up your video. So now if we hold Alt and scroll in, Option on Mac, you can see where all the cuts are for the music video here. So to show you guys some effects that are really going to add lots of energy to your video, we're going to start off with this one right here. So the first effect that we're going to cover is this soft hit effect, which you can create super easily. We're going to right click, go over to new item here, and we're going to go and click adjustment layer. Now we're going to hit OK, and we're going to drag this in. You want to make sure it's around 6 frames, so I'm going to count out with my arrow keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now that we have that there, we're going to go ahead and click on our adjustment layer. Now we're going to go over to effects here, and I'm going to search up directional blur, and we're going to drag and drop that on. And then what we're going to do as well is we're going to search up lumetri color. We're going to drag and drop this on as well. Now inside of effect controls here, what we want to do is we want to go to the center of the clip, so make sure your playhead is in the center. And under directional blur, we want to set a keyframe for direction and then blur length. And we want to turn up the blur length all the way, just like so. So we'll turn it to something like this. And we're going to go to the beginning and hit reset to set it to 0. And then go close to the end, set it to 0, and then drag the keyframes over. Now for lumetri color, we're going to go inside of basic correction here. And under exposure right here, what we're going to do is we're going to set our playhead to the middle just like before. And we're going to turn up the exposure to something like that. We'll do like 4. And we'll set a keyframe for that. And then we'll go to the beginning, reset it to 0, and then go close to the end, reset it to 0, and then drag it to the end. So if we play this through, we're going to listen to where there's hits. So I'm going to click and drag this area down to see the audio waves a bit better. And we're going to listen to where the hi-hats hit or the claps hit. So right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this back on and put it directly in the center, and it'll look something like this. So this obviously needs to be a little bit faster, so we're going to fix that by clicking and dragging these points a little bit closer. There we go. That looks a lot better, guys. Now what we could do as well to make this look a little bit better is bring the lumetri color on top of the directional blur, and then maybe even turn down the blur length a little bit, just so we get an effect like that. Or to your liking, if you guys want to turn it up even more, that's up to you. I think that looks sick. What you could do as well to add to this is if we create another adjustment layer and put this on top, we can go inside of effects, drag on lumetri color again, and if we go into basic correction, we can keyframe the exposure and do 1, actually let's do 2, and then go over 1 frame and reset it to 0, and then bring it down to -2. And just copy these back and forth, so it goes from 2 to -2, and then this one should be at -2, so we'll copy this 2 one here, and we'll place it, I guess we can't place it the other. So now we have like this flashing effect with the hit. So you could even separate these and have 2 different parts. So if we listen for another hit, right where that 808 hits, and we'll bring this one over here. And what we're going to do to spice this one up a little bit is we're going to go into the directional blur, and we're going to unkeyframe the blur length here, and we're going to unkeyframe the direction here, and we're actually just going to set it to go sideways this time. So it should be at 90 degrees. This time it's going to be like a sideways hit, as you guys saw there. That looks fire, and we could just copy and bring these on top of here if we want to add a little bit more intensity to them. Totally up to you guys. And we could even put this one here at the beginning. You guys can see instantly there's a ton more energy added if I play it without it. And if we play it with it. Lots of flashes. If you're not a fan of the flashes, you can turn them off on top of the clips. Love that. What we could even do to spice these up a little bit more here is if we search up brightness and contrast here and drag them on top. I like using this sometimes instead of an exposure. So we'll keyframe brightness and contrast in the middle, and we'll turn the brightness up and the contrast up a little bit. And we'll go to this point and reset them. Copy this and bring it here. To get a little bit more of an intense flash there instead of just using exposure. Compare it to before, compare it to after. And yeah guys, it's a super simple way that you can add energy to your videos. If you want to go down below and join the waitlist for fast effects, you guys can add all of these and a ton more instantly. If we scroll through here, you guys can see how many hits we have here. It's actually insane. We'll go over to the soft hit with flash. All you have to do is place your playhead down where you want your hit to be, hit the check mark, and you guys will see it instantly loads into the timeline, just like this. And we have the flash right there. You guys can fully customize it here inside of settings as well, and save it as a preset or delete it. I highly recommend you guys go join the waitlist down below. It is super fire and you'll get a bunch of exclusive deals over there. But that's been it for this video. See you guys in the next one. Peace.